All right.
Because I don't have my thing to set on.
Oh, well.
Is the camera...
67
The camera's room? You click 6.
G-Mineo.
Okay. Welcome back to our podcast. Pick one. Okay, so what we're doing today is we've all come prepared with questions. They're not really anonymous, but we're gonna be.
Mine's a pink one.
We're gonna be picking random ones.
We're creative. We're creative people.
And then whichever one you pick, you have to answer.
We're gonna be honest with you guys. This has been like our 12th video.
It's been a
Filming
day.
today.
It's been a day and a half.
And daylight savings is not helping because it's already dark
Yeah,
outside.
it's not helping.
I do
And I
better.
feel like
I
it's
wake
nap
up
time.
when it gets dark.
I know. Not right now though. Like this is like 4:44.
When it gets dark.
Yeah, it's like 4:44 a.m.
Wake
Animal
comes
comes out.
awake.
4:44
Animal
and
comes
it's
out.
dark.
I like the
Crazy.
darkness.
Yeah, okay.
Is that my question?
I sleep with a
I
nightlight.
like the darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll pick first, and then everyone else will pick after.
H-I-J-K.
No,
Okay. Okay. Just do the front part.
What? You handed me one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Jamie's question.
Wow.
Now you all pick one.
No, and then Jamie goes, and
That's not
I
my
go,
question.
and then you go.
All right.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
You go first, Taylor.
Okay. Jamie's question is.
That wasn't mine.
Oh, it's not.
Mark's.
That's
That's
Oh,
why
this is
Mark
Mark's?
handed it to you.
Oh, I'm stupid. All right, I gave
No,
you.
I shuffled them first.
Can you describe your most awkwardest interaction?
Awkwardness.
Awkwardest.
Awkwardness.
Awkwardness.
It's like a trait that someone has.
My most
Cowardice and awkwardness.
interaction. Oh, that's so tough. Oh, maybe what I told you yesterday. Do you think I can tell that story?
What's
In Korea with the guy that was passing out the...
Oh, say that's so funny.
When I was in Korea, we were in Itaewon. We were like outside of like this clubbing area, and there was this guy that was going around like passing out little like cars, and he was so beautiful, and he was just like a really good looking guy. And my friends and I had already been drinking,
Okay.
and so I like mentioned, I was like, wow, that guy's really cute. I don't know what we were thinking because there's obviously a language barrier. But they were like, oh, you should go talk to him and like go tell him to like, and he was like working, so it was just weird. But they're like, oh, go talk to him. And then my friend like goes up with me and like takes me to him, and it's like, oh, she thinks you're cute, like in Korean. the guy was like, he like walked away, and then we go back. And
How
we
did
were
she
like,
say it? Did she say it like really like white?
Probably kind of. But and then I like went back to the group, and they were like, I think he was handing out like flyers for like a gay club. They might have just said that to make me feel better, but I was like, oh my god, it was just so awkward. But then I was like, what was the game plan after that? Because like we know how to say, oh, she thinks you're cute, but like what's after that? Like if you join us, like what are we gonna talk about?
You mean you guys practice how to say, oh, she thinks that you're cute in Korean?
No, like they spoke Korean.
Oh, I see.
Just not like to the level that would warrant him being part of a group for the night. That's my story.
It's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
It's a good thing that he didn't come over. Saved you. Your friend Loki saved you.
Loki saved me. Yeah.
A more awkward night, I would say.
Yeah.
So he might have had an awkward moment, but
Yeah.
it would have been an
Plus,
awkward night.
he was a very professional man. He was doing his job.
Yeah, he didn't have time.
He didn't have
gave
time.
You the
He would've been your
quick
gay
Mark
And he
best
might
Slide.
have been gay. Yeah, and then Mark wouldn't have been able
Yeah,
to
that
sit
wouldn't have
spot.
been your best.
Mark
But yeah, that
slides
was
in
pretty awkward.
from nowhere.
I felt pretty weird
Imagine
about
it was
myself.
me.
It was like weird for the rest of the night. I was like, because everybody was like, oh, like he was like, I don't know if they were just saying that, but I was like, yeah, it was just odd.
That's very
I shot my
shot.
Yes.
And you
Somewhat
ended up
athletic
shooting
term.
yourself
in the foot.
in the foot.
In the face. Nice. Okay.
What about you, Mike? What was your most awkwardest?
Oh. I feel like everything is an awkward moment for me.
I don't have like a super
Interviews that
awkward,
we
memorable
did.
moment. I don't think like
I'm just
something where I was
like
like,
a
oh, that was
naturally
awkward.
awkward
But I don't have any. I mean, I'm sure I've had awkward exchanges, but nothing to be like 10 years later. I'm like, oh god.
I know,
remember
right?
That?
Yeah.
Never had that.
I
don't
have
think.
one.
Yeah. I feel like us.
Oh, Jamie has one.
So I was dating this guy once,
Okay.
and I brought him to one of my work events. So it was when I was working at CSL, and we were having a rooftop party after DreamHack, actually. And I was working, brought my guy over and everything. He was helping set up, and he was there for the event. And then as time goes on, my other ex shows up.
Oh.
So it's just really awkward because like I dated the other ex that showed up for like 6 years.
Oh my gosh.
So it was just like a really awkward interaction of just like, because I was working at the event, I was just like, hello, here's your ticket.
Oh,
Here's
it's
your
so
raffle
uncomfortable.
ticket. And then, like, I could feel him just get really awkward, too.
Yeah.
And then I had to MC at one point, too, for the raffles. I was, like, up on stage, and I can feel him just, like, staring dead eyes at me. And, like, he was just staring at my
I'd be so
boyfriend at
nervous.
the time. And it was just like, oh, my God.
That's
so
really
awkward.
uncomfortable.
It's more uncomfortable than awkward.
Yeah. Oh. That's
Nice.
such.
I feel like as an introvert, every single interaction is an awkward interaction.
You know
What's
what
your
I
Mark's
hate?
not an
What's your
introvert,
personality type again?
I'm an INFJ.
There you go.
You know,
Oh.
I'm an introvert.
I'm an ENFP. We're perfect matches for each other. INFJs and
I'm an
ENFPs.
Makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense. We're
Makes
gonna be
sense.
best friends
I'm
here.
an LMAO.
Jamie.
LMAO.
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 I'm an LMAO.
LMAO.
I think for me it's really awkward when salespeople come up to me and they're just like, "Would you like this?" And I'm just like,
That's
"No."
never
We're
"Would
doing
you
their job.
Do you need help? And I'm like, "No, please don't help me. Please don't talk to me." I just hate
Jamie's
it so
worst
much.
nightmare is being
Just
assisted.
being
I
talked to.
hate being assisted. Oh my
Her worst
god.
nightmare is
Spoken
customer
to
service.
by
It is. Like salespeople, like when they come up to you, you're like, "Do you need any help?" They remember there's a changing room over here if you need one to try something on, and I'm just like, "Please stop talking to me."
Jamie, you guys ever feel like when you go in and walk in like around a store and then like
They
people are
follow
talking
you?
and stuff? No.
Oh.
But like you're walking around a store and then you don't really see anything you like and you're like leaving. And in my mind, I'm always like, they think I'm stealing.
Yeah.
Like every
Oh
time.
no, I don't think that. I think, oh, now I have to buy something because they think I wasted their time because I was in there for so long
Oh
looking
no,
around.
Jamie.
You guys know that when you go into some stores, they have that little counter. There's that little thing that counts how many
Yeah.
people walk through the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always feel
Oh.
bad if I'm like, damn, and especially if I go out and they come back in, I'm like, oh, that's just blasphemous. I'm just like gonna get someone fired.
Oh my
'Cause, you know,
goodness.
they have to sell per person that walks in. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
that's
didn't know
everywhere,
that.
but some people.
Yeah. No,
Look
they
at
do.
like your knee high when you walk into like the
I didn't
Spectrum
know
doors.
that.
There's like a little thing on the door.
I'm
That's
never
crazy.
walking into a door again.
For most people, it's knee high. For Mark and Jamie, it's around the forehead high. So I get eye level.
Good
But
job,
yeah, I don't,
Wade. That was
I don't
such a
think I've
funny-
ever burned. I don't think I've ever had like a because when I go into like stores and stuff, I just shut it down immediately. Like if someone's trying to help me and I don't want to talk to them, I'm like, oh man, I'm good. I just go on about my business.
Oh, you just put on headphones.
Nice.
Mark puts on
They-
headphones
they
and listens to
usually just
nothing.
take them out. Yeah.
I end up bowing
basically.
awkwardly. I'm just like,
You
no,
bow?
No, I don't need help. No.
She walks into freaking McDonald's.
You're like
she's all
crying. You're like
bowing at people and shit.
She's
What
like
the
trying to
hell?
get the
Oh, I
trash
actually
burger.
used to bow whenever I walked in front of someone because I felt bad for like interrupting their view, even though I'm like probably way shorter than them.
Interrupting their view.
I don't know, I was looking at the menu or
Impeding their
something.
Oh. Oh my god, when I went to the BTS concert, I got really good tickets, so I wasn't gonna sit down, but the people who were behind me were like
Oh,
literal
no.
children.
Oh.
I felt so bad because I was like, I'm not sitting down. But it was like they couldn't see anything in the concert. It was so sad.
Oh, no.
Big A strikes
It's
again.
their fault for being kids.
It's their fault for being small.
Big A strikes again. Taking out
Sure.
minors
Yeah.
with their height.
You wanna open yours?
Next question.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
It's me.
What's the worst date I've ever been on? Oh my god. Okay, so I went on a date with this raver. We went to the movies, and after the movies, we were kind of just like sitting down on the bench by the movies, right?
Yeah.
And like literally like the whole entire time he just talked about drugs to me.
Mm.
And I was just trying to relate so hard.
Oh my god, I have a very similar story.
I was like, I did weed.
I did
And
weed.
like
Admits it on camera.
I did weed.
I did weed.
and
Just
like I
one.
threw up afterwards.
I did an alcohol.
And I threw up afterwards.
So never again.
You're like, I like the pina colada mixes that they have. Jamie showed them to me.
He's like Adderall, Percocet, like orange juices, all
Oh my
that.
god.
Adderall and Percocet. What a fucking stoner.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wanted to be a lawyer too,
Oh.
which is kind of
Nice.
Probably a good combination, actually.
Drug- I want to date with a guy that only talked about Elon Musk the entire time.
That sounds like Jason. Just kidding.
How, this is
I was
easily
Jason.
refutable. How many years ago was it?
This was.
If it was like a couple of years back before anybody knew him, I feel like this guy's a genius. You might have should have stayed around.
It was-
Yeah, true. Maybe you're
It was
the one
probably
in
2
fault.
years ago.
See, right as SpaceX started.
Yeah, he was
to,
talking
and
about
Tesla,
SpaceX the
See what I'm
entire
saying?
time.
What you doing?
Maybe he had stocks.
No
or
offense,
something.
Lawrence, but hey, Big A. That could have
Oh my
been
God.
Elon Musk 2.0.
Yeah,
he was
maybe
talking
if
to.
I had listened to him, I would have had
Imagine
SpaceX.
this guy comes
No,
on TV
I
one
like
day, he's like,
Lawrence.
he like launches
Very
something.
good choice.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I would have gotten stock if I had listened to him.
Oh, I see.
That's-
Okay.
Well, yeah, or you could have been Mrs. whatever the next big company is.
Or she could be
Imagine-
Mrs.
Mrs. Musk.
Imagine
Mrs.
one
Lau?
day he gets on TV, he's like, you know what propelled me into my Fortune 500
I
company
went on a date
millionaire
with this girl,
status.
she wouldn't listen to me.
This
She would
blonde
listen to
chick I
me about
talked to
Elon
once
Musk.
looked me dead in my face like I wasn't even there.
I was nice to him. I was just like, we're talking a lot about Elon Musk when I'm trying to like learn about
You
you.
said that?
No,
Oh,
I didn't say that. I was nice. You just
Nice.
talked about Elon Musk a lot.
yeah, you're up.
Awkwardest date I've ever been on. Probably a double date I went on, and all four of us had nothing in common at all, except I worked with the other guys. So the other guy.
Yeah.
So like me and my date didn't really have anything in common.
Yeah.
And then him and his girlfriend didn't have anything in common. And then my date didn't have anything in common, but I had in common with like my worker, so we just talked about work the whole time.
Are you talking about the date that we went on?
No.
Oh.
This was back in college.
When we were like,
The Korean barbecue?
yeah, when we were like, oh, let's stop talking about work, and then as soon as we stopped
And
talking
we-
about work, it was dead
And
silent.
then we went to an Indian place, and I didn't like the food because it was really whitewashed.
Oh yeah.
So it was like really just bad because the shrimp was overcooked, and they
Oh.
gave me like 6 pieces of shrimp only for $20, and I was just like,
Oh my goodness.
Really
They had
sad.
some faceless.
the rice was just hard. It wasn't soft. It wasn't cooked all
Oh,
the
I
way.
hate that.
And like everyone's like enjoying their meal, and I'm just like, this is really awkward. Yeah, it was really awkward.
For you, it seemed like it was. Everybody else seemed like they were having a good time.
They didn't talk to each other. They had nothing in common.
They were introverts.
They like to
Introverts.
whitewash food. They had that in common. For me, I don't remember, man. I haven't really been on like any awkward dates. I've had like times where when I was young, I was trying to pick up girls and it was awkward.
Yeah.
Like
but
that
I
movie
never-
theater one?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the movie theater shit, like that. But like once I got to, I never really did the dating scene. It was like, you know, you kind of talk to someone, whatever. And plus, I was in a very small town, so it wasn't like you didn't know everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody knew everybody, so it wasn't like you were meeting a lot of new people. But I'd say maybe when I went to college, I thought I was just like the man, because I just was when I was in high school, and that was just what it was. So I got to college, and I thought I could just talk to girls any type of way, like I would. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, like. So we'll just go out at a certain time. There's like no choice. I was just like, oh, so I'll pick you up.
Oh god.
And they were like, I got to talk to this one girl that was super pretty girl, I remember. And everybody was like, oh, we were all freshmen. They were like, oh, like, I'm gonna talk to her. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna chill. Like, I don't need to, you know what I'm saying, do all this. Happened to see her in the cafeteria. Ballsy 18-year-old way, there was like she played volleyball. She was a table full of volleyball girls. I just walk up, pull a chair, boom.
Oh my
Sit
goodness.
down in the chair. I was like, yo,
I'm getting so much anxiety.
so-and-so, I can't remember her name now, but so-and-so. I was like, are you free this Friday? She was like, well, we have practice. I didn't even let her answer. I was like, oh, cool, so I'll just pick you up later. Thought it was the smoothest thing ever. Walked away. Never talked to her again. Nothing ever
Oh my
happened.
god.
You didn't pick her up?
No, I didn't pick her up because I didn't get her number. I just thought that was the way you do
Okay.
it. And then she would like, you know, talk to me because I was like assertive, whatever. And I'm pretty sure she was like scared of me for the rest of the time that I was there. Because we had like, you know, athletes, we had all the same student council, all the same everything. So I'd see her a lot and she'd always be like freaked out. So I was like, I'm probably scared.
You should have sent her a follow-up email.
Yeah.
Been, like,
I
a
never
follow-up
like, it was a rule to never pursue twice. Like you pursue and then let them. That was like the thing. And they never, there was never
That's
the
a rule?
reciprocation. Nope. Never. Never. But yeah, that was like the only time it was like awkward, I guess.
Yeah.
Never had that kind of first date
Oh my God,
terribleness.
this-
Anytime I got to like a first date, because like I said, Kelsey's my
I get
first like
anxiety.
serious
Hearing the story gives
relationship,
me
you know?
anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
Thinking of the
never.
store people got me anxiety. So
The
I just-
store people. Okay, what's your
Any
question?
just
Jamie?
normal interaction gives Jamie anxiety.
What is one thing you do when you're bored that no one knows?
Oh.
I game.
I think
Everybody
everyone
knows
knows that,
you game.
Jamie.
I cook.
Everybody
Oh,
knows you
you
do
said
that.
that
Don't act
before.
like
I
we
did.
didn't know that she does all this stuff.
I bake.
We
Oh,
know that.
You brought cookies
You told
once.
us that and brought stuff. No one.
I sleep.
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god! Wow, really walking out on the ledge. There.
That's hard.
I
is
used
hard.
to read a lot of fan fiction.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
now you're getting
still
into
see
it.
That's
that, though.
juicy.
That's not juicy.
What kind of fan fiction?
EXO fan fiction.
Nice.
I ship them all with each other. No, like with certain
It's an
pairs.
orgy.
There's certain
You got an
pairs.
orgy of EXO. Okay. What about you guys? What's one thing you do when you're bored no one really knows you do?
Sometimes I like kind of just go on drives.
Yeah,
I do that when I'm mad.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Or I like to sing in the car a lot. I'm like a big car singer. If you guys ever, Mark said he saw me once when I was driving and I was singing. I'm like very rarely. If
You
I'm
get
in the car,
into
if
it,
I'm
like,
in the, yeah,
I roll up to you on at the light.
I'll be fully into
I look
a
over and you're like,
Yeah, she is.
fully
going
into it.
crazy.
For,
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't
I
even
can
care if anyone
verify.
sees me.
Oh, is
I
that
can
why you
verify.
drive so slow? Because you're singing?
I don't drive slow.
Crazy slow drive.
Okay, so we were going out to
Yesterday,
lunch.
Jamie was
We
following
were going
me.
out to lunch the other day, and I was like, "Oh, Haley, I'll just follow you, right?" And I think she thought I drove slow, so she was driving literally 60 miles an hour on the freeway, and I like couldn't handle it anymore, so I went in my GPS, typed in the place, and just zoomed past
So
her.
funny. So here's my perspective. So I'm in the car with Mark, and I was like behind the slow driver, but Jamie was like, "Oh, I'll follow you guys there." She didn't know the place. So like we're in this lane, and there's cars in the other lane that are going faster, and I'm stuck behind the slow car. But I was like, I don't want to merge. I feel like I'm gonna lose Jamie. I was like weirdly anxious about
Yeah.
it. So I was like driving the same lane, and then all of a sudden Jamie just gets in the other lane and like just goes like 3 lanes left, and then just zooms forward.
No,
And I was like, oh,
just 3
now she-
lanes at one time? Okay,
Yeah,
so
she
Jamie's
cut
an
across.
absolute reckless
She was
driver.
like,
is what
I'm not,
hearing.
And I was like, I
Reckless.
told Mark, I was like, now Jamie thinks I'm a slow driver. I was
Oh
just
my
trying not to
gosh.
lose her.
She was literally going like it went to 60 because I couldn't handle because I kept on having to brake and everything. So like okay, I'm just gonna put on cruise control. I went on cruise control at 60, and then it dropped down to 55, and I was just like, no way, I'm going this
She was
slow
like,
on the freeway. Skirt, skirt.
Oh, God.
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt,
Yes, but
skirt.
car singing is a passion of
Car
mine.
singing, nice. Not shower singing, the car singing.
I don't shower sing because people can hear that.
Oh,
Shower sings.
I'm
really?
long past giving a shit about that. You gonna hear it when
I
you're
don't
in
care
my
if people
place.
see it, but
Okay. At least the
People
window.
see it. You
I don't want
showering?
people to hear it.
Oh.
I don't care if people see me singing in the car. See me showering. Oh my god.
She's walking in this house, she's like,
I don't care if people see it, but they can't hear it.
okay.
Silent showering.
Close your ears. I want to hear one drop.
Oh my god. Alright.
Mark, what about
So
you? What do you do when you're bored?
I walk around Target.
Oh, see, I was
but
gonna
that's
say
a good
that.
one.
Yeah,
That's,
You
that's what
always
made me
buy
think of the
something?
question.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I'm at home and I'm
No.
bored,
Oh.
and I'm like, okay, I don't have a video to upload. I'm not gonna stream. I don't have anything to do for work. I'll go and start like I kind of window shopping,
Yeah.
and I'll do it to the detriment of my bank account because I'll just buy stuff that there's no need. I don't
That's
have
not window
any-
shopping then.
Well, there's sometimes where I'll window shop and then I'll see something and then I'll do a little circle and be like, give myself a reason to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll use it maybe once or twice. And by the time I end up at that circle, if I haven't decided it's not worth it, then I buy it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
What's your like
Yeah.
go-to place?
Target's good.
Yeah,
Target's good.
really
Big Five. I go to Big Five a lot.
I
I'll
started
buy,
doing
like,
Costco
I like
too.
Big
I have like 4 basketballs now.
Yeah.
So.
I
Oh,
started-
Big Five's a sports place, so I was thinking Big Lots. I was like, I like Big Five.
I don't go to Big Lots. Unless I need furniture or like off-brand ketchup.
I'm
I
the
don't go to
same.
Big Lots.
I feel like Daiso and Target are the places like you don't have
Target's-
a list before you go and let those
Target's-
places tell you what
Daiso
you need.
stressful.
Target's
I like
the
Daiso.
best, dude.
Yeah, Target's
Target's
the best.
great.
Target, you got clothes.
Yeah.
You got
I like Target.
home stuff.
I think
you
it's
can
like
buy
the
cool
it's like the
mugs.
white floor too, and there's something about the red like inside
entices
of it
you.
that makes you like it's like therapeutic in a way.
It's addicting.
It's addicting. Yeah.
It's a high.
I also really like
Therapeutic.
Costco now too.
All right. I will read my question
This
now.
is Mark's question.
Favorite holiday and least favorite holiday. Favorite holiday is
That's not my
Christmas.
question.
Oh.
That's my
Um,
question.
Oh, I keep forgetting that I gave that to Jamie. Sorry.
Favorite holiday is Christmas. My least favorite holiday, what's like a nonsensical holiday? Probably like Jamie's favorite, Columbus Day.
Stop.
No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I don't really know what like a
like a
least
legit
favorite-
holiday.
One that I just like don't like going to, or like doing. I'm not a big. I mean, to be honest, Thanksgiving's cool, but it takes so long. Like the whole process of doing, and it's probably because I'm from.
Yeah.
I have a split family,
Yeah.
so it's like we had to go to so many different
Oh,
spots, and there was like, at least as a kid, you got the idea that like, okay, if we go to grandma's, I got a present up there, I can get another present, and now I go over here, oh, I got another present. At Thanksgiving, you're just like, okay, more food for us to
Yeah.
not eat, you know. Or be forced to eat because you know
Yeah.
the South is a little different. You don't eat 2 plates. Your grandma in the corner crying. You know, so you gotta eat. So Thanksgiving was like, yeah, you know, obviously I'm thankful for a lot of stuff, but I didn't like the fact that we had to just. It was an entire day of just full out eating and boredom. That was like my deal. But Christmas is dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Christmas too.
Christmas is dope. I was trying to think of like summer holidays. Like Independence Day is cool because you know you like fireworks and stuff. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool. But like, I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I hate Memorial Day. Like, I'm not gonna like,
Oh my God.
who hates Memorial Day? You
Yeah.
know? Or like, who hates veterans? Like, no, I don't know. I don't know any other big ones. Maybe. Oh, I'm giving out. I guess New Year's is a big one for some people.
New Year's, that's my favorite holiday.
It's a cool one. It's cool.
Yeah, I like New Year's because the whole world celebrates.
That's
I think
true.
that's really fun. Like hour by hour, it's like a big party.
Oh.
See, that's the
You get
thing.
to be with like friends and family,
Yeah.
and like it's just it's a time to like look back and reflect, and I really like that.
I'm always the one that's like, everybody's celebrating, and I'm like writing down. I'm like, next goal, next thing, next.
I can see that. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I always make. You know what I do? Every New Year's, I make a resolution that is very achievable.
Oh, I have some of the stuff that's not even close to achievable. I'm like,
1 year I was like, I want to learn how to
like-
whistle, and I did it in 2 weeks.
Haley's like, breathe. That's her
Just
goal
keep
for the year.
breathing.
Just
No,
keep
sometimes
breathing.
I do like.
Mark, you know what
Other
you should be
one.
this year?
What?
Swim. Learn
Oh,
how to
yeah.
swim.
That's every single year.
Yeah, but
I'll teach
you
you.
gotta
I've
do
had
it.
I've had professionals teach
We should
me.
do a video of it. We should like
You've
record
what?
it.
I've
so
had
easy.
people teach me.
We should have.
You
we
have?
should
It's like I think I
record-
get it and then I forget
It's
it.
this that probably gets you. Like you'll do it,
Mental?
or yeah, you get it
Oh,
or
yeah.
forget it, or you just like tell yourself you can't,
Yeah,
and then
I
it's just
think
like
it's
GG.
Yeah.
Least favorite holiday. That's tough.
Because there's not some that are like I'm sure like your least favorite, but there's some that you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
feel
oh, I despise that holiday.
For me, my least favorite would probably be Easter because I don't celebrate it. I don't really
Okay.
do anything.
Yeah, it's saying it's
But
not
that's
like
like Is there like one that you like hate?
you just
Hate?
don't.
I
like,
hate
you see it.
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. There's one.
Like,
I guess I could see that. 'Cause you gotta do the whole deal.
Like, I feel like every day you should appreciate your significant other. Why do we have to spend money? Like, why do we have... It's just, honestly, Valentine's Day is just, like, an excuse for card companies to sell paper.
Watch your words here, Jamie. Watch your words. Be careful.
Paper, yeah, it's.
Be careful.
I forgot the statistics, but it's a very
Valentine's
big.
is cool though, cause like, I mean, for Kelsey and I, it's always been something that's like a big deal, cause you know,
That's cute.
you gotta, especially for if you're in something for a while, you gotta make sure that you take at least like that day to go over that entire like memoir of dating. Like, yeah, you have your anniversary, but Valentine's Day is like for us anyway, it's like a look
Really?
back.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, I cherish anniversaries more than Valentine's Day.
Well, we've had like 7 now.
That's
So it's like we do our anniversary for like somewhat because neither of us agree on when we started dating. So it's like I had considered us to be dating, and then she told me the other day, like a couple months back, she's like, "Oh, we started dating on this day." I was like, "Huh?" Like that's not when we said. She's like, "I know." Like we celebrated like twice.
Oh my
She's like,
gosh.
you know, she gets me that one.
More
but-
for her.
I know, right? She like low key stuck me with that. But yeah, Valentine's I can see people not liking, especially if like it's more of a hassle to go through it.
It's not just a hassle, but like I want to appreciate my significant other every day.
You want to take them like I think it's more not about
I was, like,
appreciating, but it's like the grandstanding of it.
It's like once a month. Like if he's feeling down, I'll do something special for him. Like why does it have to be Valentine's Day?
Would that be once in the month that you do it
I mean,
on that month?
But he's expecting it.
I don't really get the point
Disney.
of Valentine's Day.
Your favorite's Christmas, right, Mark?
It's okay. It's my favorite, and it's also the holiday that I hate
What?
the most.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It's a
between
love-hate
Mark and
relationship.
Jesus Christ.
So like I'm Filipino, so Christmas is like a big thing. We celebrate it like early on as like September.
Yeah.
But I think like for the past couple of years before last year, I would always spend Christmas alone. Cause like my little brothers would always go to my step family's house. I was never really close with them, and my mom worked Christmas,
Oh my gosh, Mark.
so I would always be alone for Christmas, and like it was
So
like the
when you
happiest
celebrate with
childhood.
us?
Yes.
Oh my god, stop! I'm gonna cry.
Um,
Mark always says that he
no,
wants to celebrate
starting
Christmas with us.
last year was like my first time actually spending time Christmas with
I'm
somebody.
gonna cry.
So,
Stop.
Jason gave
That's
Mark
why I like.
Christmas. Jason gave Mark Christmas.
Okay. I mean, it
No.
was you guys too last year. We celebrated Christmas
Yeah,
too.
we celebrated Christmas.
I mean, like, I would celebrate it
I was
with
like-
friends.
I was there.
Oh, yeah.
So early on. Okay.
I feel like
It's tough because like I remember like in high school we would do like we would do Love Month. I think it was Love Month, and I thought it would like Love Month would be like for February. It's basically like where we put hearts out like all over campus, and then people would find their name.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was like an ASB thing. And I always questioned why we didn't do it on Valentine's Day. and someone explained to me like on Christmas that's when people commit like the most suicides
What?
because like they have no one there for them during like the holiday
Oh
season.
my gosh, that's so sad.
Christmas is
Really?
like both like really really happy, but also it can be really sad if you don't have no one.
New Year's can
Oh my
be really
gosh.
sad when you have
Yeah.
no one to celebrate it with.
I've done New Year's alone. I think New Year's alone is dope. Cause like you can just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
again,
I
but
guess
you
it
gotta see
depends on
how
your
I look at it. I'm like, no one bothers me. I'm writing shit down. I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah,
You're like
I think
writing your goals.
Thanksgiving, New Year's.
I remember one year it was I don't know, I've always been like super motivated, and I was in college and I wasn't going home because it was like one of those things where I was already back for football. You had to be back early in the winter, and I just had my wisdom teeth pulled, so I couldn't really go out and eat anything. My dumbass decides I'm gonna go work out on New Year's Eve because I had a key to the weight room.
Oh my god.
Oh my
And I'm running, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a fucking rocket
Like
movie.
right on New Year's?
I made it a point because I wanted to be like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, ain't nobody else working out. I'm working out, like I have to do it when no one else does.
Typical weight things.
I know. And I had a little, all the football players had a combo to get into the weight room. It was always open as long as you were there and you had somebody to supervise. So I brought my buddy, and then he's like, oh, bro, I'm going out to do my thing. I was like, go ahead, man, no big deal. And I run to the weight room. I, again, had my wisdom teeth pulled, so I start bleeding all over the place. I'm bleeding. I'm like, yeah,
Oh my god.
I like it, yeah. And I'm like,
What?
Yeah.
Psycho.
So I'm like, there's people, I forgot this. There's people like in there, because the way the campus works is our dorms were here, and then there was
Oh
a
my
road,
God,
and then
Wade.
the weight room's down here. I look like a fucking madman, bleeding from the mouth,
people see you?
running as people are driving to like the restaurants and all that. And I'm like, yeah. Like on the sidewalk sprinting, and then I got there and worked out on New Year's night.
You look
Nice.
like you're like coughing up blood.
I'm like
Probably.
a zombie.
Serial killer
Dying.
or something.
Good. I hope those people at
Like
least
Hannibal
got a
Lecter.
little action.
Hannibal.
But yeah, I remember being, that was a good New Year's for me. I liked it. It was like fun.
That seems like a good place to end.
I like, listen, if you're not starting your goals on the day, you ain't committed, you understand? I did mine about 5 minutes before the day, and then I was ready.
Nice.
You know,
All right. Well.
looking back, probably not the best.
Wait, were
look.
you with Kelsey?
No, this is when I was in college. I was like 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, again, I was living out a Rocky movie, I'm pretty sure. In my own
In
Rocky
your head.
6, Wade's
Oh my
wisdom
god.
teeth replacement workouts.
Rocky after getting his wisdom teeth out. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for podcast 19. That was a lot of fun. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about us. If you guys have any questions or any prompts for our next podcast, then go ahead and send them in our Discord. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Haley.
I'm Art.
And I'm Jamie.
Wade.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye,
guys.
guys.